Okay, peace, God, peace to God. So I want to tell this story. Telling the story of money. I worked at Robins Air Force Base. I talked to you about this before. And during my time at Robins Air Force Base, I became a vegan. Or vegan, however you want to say it. Um, the one time that I ate fruit for 14 days, I was still working that job. When I went vegan, I had a whole lot of coworkers roasting me all the time. Keep in mind now, all of them motherfuckers sick with diseases, taking pills, doing all kinds of shit. But they roasted me because I chose to be a vegan. I lost weight. I worked out 4-5 times a week. And I wouldn't roast them back. I wouldn't say too much. I'd just be like, I hear them saying this, but I'm looking at their health get worse. I hear them saying this, but I'm looking at their health getting worse while they cracking jokes on me. So I had this one coworker who was so keep in mind, I'm talking my vegan thing, plant based, etc., every day. Being well reserved, great personality. At the time, I don't even think I was cussing at the time, right? So like, or using profanity. So like, eventually, all my coworkers started listening. All of them started listening. Like, man, I do got this one issue, and I'm just gonna eat this way. And then one of my coworkers would end up going to the hospital for some shit, preventable shit as usual. Then I had this other coworker who drank coffee every day, and he had fucking shakes like this. He literally could not hold anything without shaking because he drank so much coffee. And I said, hey man, you really need to be drinking more water because that coffee is dehydrating you. It's slowing down your thought process. And he was like kind of slow. He acted kind of slow too. But I said, yeah man, that coffee's no good for you. It's not good for you to be drinking that all the time, especially in the morning, in the rising, because your body just kind of waking up. So you really want to drink some water or some fruit juice or something. I would still stay away from the fruit juice until after you drink some water. But you want to be drinking something smooth. You just got done eating air all night, so the next thing you want to eat is the next density, which would be water, and then the next density would be something a little bit solid and water. The next density, the most dense. You get it. You get what I'm saying. It just makes the most sense. So, anyway, there would be times at work, like for example, one day I came into work and all I had for lunch was a bell pepper. I had already ate at home. I'd already been snacking on herbs and fruits and had plenty of fruit. Even ate the fruit while I was there. I had the plant protein shake mix, pea protein or whatever with no dairy in it. So I take that. So I be more than full at work, more than full. So I just decided to eat me a bell pepper. Everybody in that lunchroom roasted me about eating that bell pepper. Everybody. I had one coworker named Jonathan Durden. And he said, hey man, I need some help with something. And I think you might be the only person that can help me out with it. And I said, okay. So he had this son who was overweight. And they had been trying to get this son to get his weight down. But it seemed like there was nothing they could do to get his weight down. And first we started talking about fasting. And I was like, nah, you really don't want to be fasting like that. That ain't really something you have to do unless you're sick, etc., etc. He said, well, but it's a good way to lose weight. I said, yeah, it could be, but that's kind of not something you really want to do unless you're really like doing nothing. But it's also not the healthiest because your body needs nutrients. It actually needs nutrients to keep on going. It's going to produce its own, but you still want to have them nutrients stimulated in your body. So he's like, okay. So I said, look, let me tell you what I tell you what I recommend for your son. Just go vegan. You can start it out with vegetarian if you want to ease him into it. Just do a little bit of dairy, a little bit of eggs, whatever. However, I'll just say go vegan, man. There's a lot of different dishes you can get. There's a lot of different dishes you can make. It's a whole lot cheaper to eat that way. I just think that would be the best thing for you to do for your son to lose weight. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna look into that. So not only did he start eating healthier, his youngest son started eating healthier, and his oldest son started eating healthier, and he showed me the before and after. Now I could have easily said, fuck all of these people. I'm not gonna talk to none of them. But I knew I was in a certain position to help them. I knew I was in that position to help them and put certain things into their subconscious so that they couldn't be like, man, that shit wrong. I was living everything I was teaching. Everything I'm teaching, I'm living. So Who would they have been to tell me that I was wrong? You see? So your part of your job is being in a position to give people the God spell and the God news. Oh, I mean good spell and good news. Excuse me, same word. See, so yeah, like part of you being in a position because that person referred to as, I'm gonna keep his name anonymous on this video, he actually needs assistance, and you have to look at yourself as the person that's giving him the assistance, and not as just some fucking dude that like anime or whatever. He actually need assistance, and that's why you attracted that part of yourself. So part of your job is engaging with that part of yourself and giving it the assistance that it needs because it's clearly unaware, and you have the awareness. You got the message. You the messenger. Somebody did it to you, so it only makes sense for you to do it to somebody else. I already told you, you're gonna learn this shit for yourself, and then you're gonna learn how to do it to somebody else. And then you're gonna see that somebody else that you showed, you're gonna see them do it to somebody else too. That's your journey.